Imagine a city humming with life, a place where the air is filled with the sounds of bustling streets, the laughter of children, and the hum of daily activities. Picture a city that never sleeps, where every corner is alive with energy and purpose. Apartment blocks rise high, their balconies adorned with flower boxes. These buildings, once filled with the chatter of families and the aroma of home-cooked meals, now stand silent. Each apartment a small world of its own, filled with memories of those who once called it home. Children chase pigeons in sun-drenched squares, their laughter echoing through the streets. These squares were the heart of the community, where neighbors gathered and friendships were forged. The sun would cast long shadows as the day turned to evening, and the city would come alive with the sounds of people enjoying their time together. In parks and plazas, lovers stroll hand in hand, enjoying the warmth of a spring evening. These green spaces were the lungs of the city, offering a respite from the hustle and bustle. They were places of peace and tranquility, where one could escape the pressures of daily life and reconnect with nature. This was Pripyat, a city on the cusp of the future, a place where dreams were built and the promise of a better tomorrow was within reach. It was a city that symbolized hope and progress, a beacon of what was possible in a rapidly changing world. Founded in 1970, Pripyat was a shining example of Soviet ambition and progress. Its architecture reflected the ideals of the time, with grand buildings and wide boulevards designed to inspire and impress. It was a city built with a vision, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Built just 3 kilometers from the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, it was a model city for the atomic age. The proximity to the plant was a symbol of the city's role in the future of energy and technology. It was a place where the power of the atom was harnessed for the benefit of all, a shining example of what could be achieved through science and innovation. The average age of its residents was just 26, reflecting the youthful optimism that permeated every aspect of life in Pripyat. This was a city of young families, of new beginnings, and endless possibilities. The energy and enthusiasm of its residents were palpable, driving the city forward into a bright and promising future. It was a city designed for the future, a beacon of prosperity and technological advancement. Every aspect of Pripyat was carefully planned to create a harmonious and efficient urban environment. From its modern infrastructure to its cutting-edge facilities, Pripyat was a testament to what could be achieved when vision and resources were combined. Pripyat was a place of opportunity, a magnet for talented engineers, scientists, and workers from all corners of the Soviet Union. It was a city that attracted the best and brightest, offering them a chance to be part of something greater. The promise of well-paying jobs, state-of-the-art facilities, and a vibrant community drew people to Pripyat, eager to contribute to its success. They came seeking a better life, drawn by the promise of well-paying jobs, comfortable apartments, and a vibrant cultural scene. Pripyat was not just a place to work, it was a place to live, to grow, and to thrive. The city offered a rich cultural life, with theaters, cinemas, and sports facilities providing endless entertainment and opportunities for personal growth. Little did they know that their dreams would soon turn to dust. The events that unfolded would change everything, turning a city of hope into a ghost town. The vibrant life that once filled the streets of Pripyat would be replaced by silence and decay, a stark reminder of the fragility of human ambition and the unpredictable nature of fate. Pripyat was a city built on the atom. Founded in 1970, it was a model city, designed to showcase the Soviet Union's technological prowess and its vision for the future. The city was meticulously planned with wide boulevards, modernist architecture, and lush green spaces. It was a place where the promise of a bright atomic future was palpable in every corner. Its fate, and the fate of its inhabitants, were inextricably linked to the nearby Chernobyl power plant. The plant was not just a source of electricity, it was the beating heart of Pripyat. The lives of the city's residents revolved around the plant, with many of them working there or in related industries. The plant's towering reactors were a constant presence, a reminder of the power and potential of nuclear energy. The plant, a symbol of Soviet technological might, provided jobs and a sense of pride for the city's residents. It was a marvel of engineering, a testament to what human ingenuity could achieve. The workers at the plant were seen as heroes, pioneers of a new age of energy. Their work was not just a job, it was a mission, a calling to harness the power of the atom for the betterment of society. It was a source of both power and prestige, fueling the dreams of a bright future. The city was a beacon of progress, a place where the future was being built. The residents of Pripyat were proud of their city and their role in the grand Soviet project. They believed that they were living on the cutting edge of history, that their work and their city were paving the way for a new era of prosperity and peace. Life in Pripyat was good, especially by Soviet standards. The city was a model of modern living, with amenities and services that were the envy of many other Soviet cities. The apartments were spacious and well-designed with all the modern conveniences. The streets were clean and well-maintained, and the city was filled with parks and green spaces where residents could relax and enjoy their free time. The city boasted amenities that were the envy of many other settlements in the USSR. Modern apartment blocks, well-stocked shops, and excellent schools were all part of the package. The shops were filled with goods, from fresh produce to the latest fashions. The schools were staffed by dedicated teachers who were committed to providing the best education possible. The city was a place where people could live, work, and raise their families in comfort and security. And excellent schools were all part of the package. The schools in Pripyat were among the best in the Soviet Union, with modern facilities and a curriculum that emphasized science and technology. The children of Pripyat were being prepared for a future where they would take their place as leaders in the Soviet project. The schools were a source of pride for the community, a testament to the city's commitment to education and progress. Pripyat was a showcase, a testament to the success of the Soviet system. It was a city that embodied the ideals of the Soviet Union, a place where the future was being built. The architecture of the city was a blend of modernism and Soviet grandeur, with wide boulevards, towering apartment blocks, and impressive public buildings. The city was a living monument to the achievements of the Soviet state, a place where the promise of a better future was being realized. The city had a palpable sense of community. Neighbors knew each other and there was a strong sense of solidarity among the residents. The people of Pripyat were united by their shared experiences and their common goals. They worked together, played together, and supported each other in times of need. The city was a place where everyone knew their neighbors and where the bonds of community were strong. Children played together in the courtyards, and the laughter of children could be heard echoing through the streets. The courtyards were filled with the sounds of children playing, their laughter and shouts a testament to the vitality of the community. The children of Pripyat grew up in a safe and nurturing environment, surrounded by friends and family. They played in the parks, rode their bikes through the streets, and enjoyed the simple pleasures of childhood. And families gathered on weekends to enjoy the city's many parks and recreational facilities. The parks were a place where families could come together to relax and enjoy the beauty of nature. The recreational facilities offered a wide range of activities, from sports to cultural events. The people of Pripyat took pride in their city and its amenities, and they made the most of the opportunities it offered. Weekends were a time for family and community, a time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. There was a palpable sense of optimism in the air, a belief that the future held nothing but promise. The people of Pripyat were confident in their future, and they believed that their city was a model for the rest of the Soviet Union. They were proud of their achievements and optimistic about what the future would bring. The city was a place of hope and possibility, a place where the dreams of a better future were being realized. A belief that the future held nothing but promise. The city was a symbol of the Soviet Union's commitment to progress and innovation, a place where the future was being built. The people of Pripyat were proud of their city and their role in the grand Soviet project. They believed that they were living on the cutting edge of history, that their work and their city were paving the way for a new era of prosperity and peace. Despite its idyllic facade, Pripyat existed in the shadow of the Chernobyl power plant. The plant, with its 4 massive reactors, dominated the landscape, a constant reminder of the potential dangers lurking beneath the surface. Yet, for the most part, the residents of Pripyat placed their trust in Soviet engineering and the reassurances of the authorities. The rhythm of life in Pripyat was dictated by the plant's shift changes. At the start and end of each shift, the streets would fill with workers, their faces etched with fatigue or anticipation. The plant was the lifeblood of the city, providing not only jobs but also a sense of shared purpose. But beneath the surface of normalcy, there were whispers of concern. Rumors of accidents and near misses circulated among the plant workers, passed from one hushed conversation to another. These concerns were largely ignored or dismissed by the authorities, eager to maintain the image of Soviet technological superiority. The night of April 26, 1986, began like any other in Pripyat. The city, built to house the workers of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant and their families, was a model of Soviet urban planning. It was a place of hope and progress, where the future seemed bright and secure. Families settled down for the night, unaware of the impending disaster. Children were tucked into bed, parents relaxed after a long day of work, and the streets were quiet, save for the occasional hum of distant machinery. Life in Pripyat was peaceful, and the residents had no reason to suspect that this night would be any different from the countless others they had experienced. At the nearby power plant, a routine safety test was underway on reactor number 4. The test was meant to simulate a power outage and ensure that the reactor could be safely shut down in such an event. It was a standard procedure, one that had been performed many times before without incident. But what began as a controlled experiment quickly spiraled out of control. A combination of design flaws and operator errors led to a catastrophic failure. The reactor's power output surged to dangerous levels, and the emergency shutdown system failed to contain the reaction. At 1:23 a.m., a massive explosion ripped through reactor number 4, tearing the roof off the building and sending a plume of radioactive material high into the night sky. The force of the blast was so immense that it shattered windows and shook buildings miles away. The explosion was so powerful that it registered on seismographs across Europe. Scientists and engineers in distant countries were puzzled by the sudden spike in seismic activity, unaware of the true cause. In Pripyat, many residents were awakened by the blast, but few could have imagined the horror that awaited them. Some looked out their windows, seeing the eerie glow of the fire in the distance, while others stepped outside, confused and frightened by the commotion. The first responders, the firefighters from Pripyat's fire station, arrived at the plant within minutes. They were trained to handle fires, but nothing could have prepared them for the invisible threat of radiation that awaited them. Unaware of the invisible danger they faced, they bravely battled the inferno, their heroic efforts preventing an even greater catastrophe. They fought tirelessly, dousing the flames and trying to contain the spread of the fire, all while being exposed to lethal doses of radiation. But their bravery came at a terrible cost, as they were exposed to lethal doses of radiation. Many of these courageous men would succumb to radiation sickness in the days and weeks that followed, their sacrifice a stark reminder of the human cost of the disaster.